welcome to another video here at Making Moves Creations. So it's here, this is my new Lawn Fawn order. It's not a lot this time. I just got these two stamps. So this Elphie selfie flip-flop, I already have Elphie selfie, so now I can make cards that are like opposites. And this one I've been meaning to get the butterfly kisses stamp set for ages, and this one is the matching flip-flop, but at least I have a fox now, and the little butterflies and the butterfly catching reminds me so much of being in South Africa. It is getting really dark now, so I'm gonna abandon ship with the filming a video of me making the cards, and I'm gonna have a play with them tonight because I'm really impatient. But I'll show you what I made when I film in the morning, and I will also show you me making a card. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye. So as you saw the other day, these are the stamp sets that I'm going to be working with. I've decided that I want to make 3 different cards. One of the fox, one of the elephant singly, but these are, as I was saying the other day, the flip-flop dies, so they look, so this one is the opposite to a stamp set that I already own, so I'm going to make a flip-flop card to match with the elephant. So I don't really have any solid ideas, I'm just kind of going to go with the flow and see where we end up. But first off, I'm going to stamp all the images that I want to use, and then I will show you the finished cards. I'll show you me making the cards, show you the finished cards, and then I will show you some cards that I made the other day. Okay, I think it would be best if I go to a voiceover for this, because I want to like chill a bit as I'm making these and just enjoy the process. So I'll see you at the end. Bye. So here I am as voiceover Megan. I have sped up this video to ×4, otherwise this video would have been about an hour long. So I've just taken my stamps. I've started with Butterfly Kisses flip-flop stamp set, and I'm just taking the images that I want and sticking them on the block and then inking them up. Apparently I did quite a lot of this off camera, but I think right now there's a gap because I am swapping between the 2 stamp sets. Oh, and the Elphie selfie elephant was too big for my acrylic block that I had, so I just had to find a bigger block. So I've just stamped out the images, and I think I'm swapping to Elphie selfie original, not flip-flop, but I don't have the dies for that, which is really annoying. But I think even though I hand cut it, it looks really cool. So I just stamped out all these flowers because I wanted them to be like spring, sending love kind of themed cards, so I added a lot of flowers to the cards, which you will see anyway. So I'm just taking some watercolour colouring pencils, and I am just using them to colour in my images. I start with the net and the butterflies. I move on to the little fox, which is my absolute favourite. He's just so cute. I got the fox because I didn't have a fox, and I've been wanting to get the butterfly kisses forever, but I haven't been able to. And I got the Elphie selfie because I already had Elphie selfie, so I bought the matching one, which made sense. There is another chameleon, and I was going to buy both the chameleons, but I decided that I would wait and get those at a later point if I decided that I wanted them. So I coloured the elephants in grey, and I'm colouring the flowers. The middle of them I coloured in yellow, and I'm colouring the flowers in pink, light pink to be specific. And then I realised that I haven't coloured the net in, so I went back and coloured the net. And then I take my die cuts and I line them up so that I can die cut all my images. I just use a bit of washi tape to hold them in place so that they don't move when they're going through my die cutting machine. And as you can see, I die cutted all the images now, and I cut out the Elphie selfie by hand, and all I'm doing is taking some backing paper or patterned paper, and I'm just sticking it to my card base. I'm using, I believe they're 6x4 card bases, and I am using some scrap paper to build like a hill for the fox to be running down trying to catch his butterflies. And then I just place the butterflies all around. And I think right now I'm trying to find some paper to stamp the centre one, but we will soon find out. I have no idea where I've disappeared to. A lot of the time I forget that I'm filming and I just like wander away from the camera. Well, apparently I didn't forget, I've just gone back to whatever I was doing. The reason that I wanted the butterfly kisses one is because when I was in South Africa, I went and worked on a nature reserve out there for a whole month, and as a group we would catch butterflies. This was part of their conservation work. We released the butterflies, we didn't hurt them in any way. We were taught how to hold them properly, we were taught how to ID them, and basically it was just to get because they are a nature reserve, they want an idea of how many species they get. So you can't always tell, because in butterflies there's something called mimicry. I was just learning about this at uni. And so the butterflies look the same, so they would get us to catch the butterflies and ID them, and it was really cool. So I finally decided that I'm going to stamp out my sentiment, and I am using, this sentiment comes with the butterfly kisses. It is sending smiles, which I think is so relevant right now. We're in a pandemic and we need some love. I just cut that out and flag the ends. I'm not very good at flagging the ends, but it does make it look better. And then I place it onto my card and realise that you cannot see what I'm doing at all. So I'm just going to stamp, in the butterfly kisses stamp set there is a little like swirl for where the butterflies are like flying away, and so I've just stamped those on the behind the bigger butterflies, and then I stick down the flowers onto the hill and get get stuck to the paper so they will fly everywhere. So I just carry on sticking the flowers down, making sure they're where I want them to be. And I move on to sticking down the butterflies. And I stick down the hillside. I honestly thought I'd sped these up. If these aren't sped up, how slow do I actually go? Just like chilling at the moment. Oh well, oops. It's only 20 minutes, so something's sped up somewhere. So now I take some foam tape and I foam tape the images that I have left and also the sentiment. I like to give my card some dimension by using the foam tape. And I realised as I went to stick down the sentiment that I don't know where it's supposed to go, because I don't know where the fox is. So I foam tape up the net because that's the one that I want to stick down first. And then I peel off the back of the foam tape and stick down the fox, because once the net's down I can line up where the fox is, and then I can stick down my sentiment, and there we have our finished card. So now I'm going to make, see this one I've sped up, I'm so confused. So I realised that I only have a few images for the elephants, so I decide that I want to use some clouds to bulk out the card. Where is my brain right now? And I also stamped some rainbows because I think they look really cute. So again, I take some pattern paper, I stick it to the card base. This is a 6x4 card base, and I just cut off the excess and get rid of that. And then I take this scrap, which apparently these are the only dies that I have that are like perfect shape for hills and backgrounds and stuff. And so I just have scraps of them everywhere from what I've used. And so I just use that for the elephant to stick her on a little hill. And then I use the same send in smiles sentiment to add to the card, and I flag the ends. And then once everything is in place where I want it, I start sticking everything down, starting with the flowers again. Sticking down the hillside, and then I stick the clouds to the bottom of the rainbow so that it's easier to just like, I can foam tape it up all in one go. And then I add some foam tape to the clouds, stick them down, and add some foam tape to the sentiment. Then I realised I had a lot of empty space and I wanted to make it a bit more like spring, like she's in a meadow or a field. So I add some of the butterflies from Butterfly Kisses. And then I complete the card. So 2 cards down, 1 to go. The last one is another Elphie selfie card, but I used 2 elephants, so just going in and adding some paper again. I decided to make this one kind of a pink theme. The first thing I think I do is, no, that is not the first thing I think I do. So I add like a little border at the bottom because they needed somewhere to kind of stand and I needed somewhere to put them. And I add those flowers again. I use a different sentiment. I say sending love, because in Elphie Selfie Flip Flop stamp set there is the sentiment for that is I love you tons, like elephants. And so I used that and I said use the sending from the Butterfly Kisses and the love from Elphie Selfie. So now I'm doing what I thought I was gonna do, and that is colouring the rainbow in pink. I am so sorry there is a rogue hair. It's because I lean so close to the camera, but it's literally attached to my head. So now that that's out of the frame, I foam tape and stick all of my images down, stick my sentiment down, and I add some little butterflies to make the scene. So here we are. I have finally, after about 2 hours of crafting, I have managed to finish my 3 cards. So this is the first one that I made with the Butterfly Kisses Flip Flop stamp. The second one I made with Elphie Selfie Flip Flop stamp, and I used the Butterfly Kisses butterflies, and these are from All the Clouds, from a Lawn Fawns stamp set from before. And this is from Elphie Selfie Flip Flop and normal Elphie Selfie and All the Clouds. And I'm really happy with how these turned out. They're very pink. Not very pink, this one's very pink, but they're very like colourful, and I really like that. So I'm gonna get my other cards that I made the other day and I'll show you them. That I made the other day are these. They're exactly the same, apart from this one has a flower background and this one has a spotty one, but I really enjoyed them, and these are up on my Etsy already. One of them is, this design is part of a special Easter box, and this one is part of, oh, it's not part of anything, it's just on Etsy if you'd like it. Send someone some happy spring love. So I'm gonna leave it there because the sun has set. The clouds have left like a strip of daylight, and it's very beautiful, but it means that it's getting very dark here, so I'm going to say thanks for watching. Please check out our Etsy. We sell handmade cards, polymer clay jewellery, and in the future I have a couple of things that I'd like to try out. You will probably see it on Instagram first, so go follow us on Instagram, go like our Facebook page, and we also have a Patreon, so go check us out because we've worked really hard over there as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.